Logic is not the only path towards disbelief or belief in God. Some people believe that God reveals himself in personal spiritual experiences that cannot be understood by science, reason, or logic. These mystical experiences reveal God in a personal and intimate way. Your textbook discusses Saint Teresa of Avila from the 16th century, who claims to have had personal visitations from God. In one such visitation, Teresa, who was upset that the Inquisition repressed many books, reports that God said to her, "Be not troubled, I will give thee a living book." You can read about Teresa in your book, which, as far as I know, is just a regular book. You can also read about Søren Kierkegaard, a Danish thinker from the 19th century who thought trying to prove the existence of God is silly. For Kierkegaard, knowledge is objective. It is rational and can be verified with empirical research and observation. In contrast, faith is a belief in the absence of justification. It is personal and subjective. According to Kierkegaard, the existence of God cannot be known objectively. It is a matter of faith. Indeed, he called religious belief a leap of faith. Because God cannot be known or his existence proven, and because the universe with God would look exactly the same to our senses as the universe without God, we must take a leap of faith and trust that God will catch us, even though we have no good reason to believe that God will. As Kierkegaard put it, he believed that which is absurd. He believed even though he had no reason or justification for the belief. Instead, he has faith, and it isn't rational or scientific. What is at stake in this leap of faith is your immortal soul. If the leap makes you feel uncomfortable, you can always join Blaise Pascal at the betting table to bet your immortal soul with what is known as Pascal's wager. Pascal's wager is not mentioned in your book. Pascal reasons like this: if you believe in God, and there is a God, you win. If you don't believe in God, and there is a God, you lose. If you don't believe in God and there is no God, well, then nothing much changes. If you believe in God and there isn't a God, you may not win anything, but you probably haven't lost anything either. Because not believing in God carries the most serious consequence of eternal torment in the afterlife, the safe bet, according to Pascal, is to believe in God. If you want to know more about Pascal's wager and responses to it, you'll have to launch your internet browser because the wager isn't in your book. But there is a pretty good entry on it in the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. For now, let's just say that there are those who think the wager does not work because a calculating bet isn't the same as a genuine belief. You know, all the questions around the existence of God assume that you have free will and get to make choices. We better look at the question of free will before we go any further, because a lot depends on whether or not we have free will. Okay, I'll see you in Chapter 6. In the meantime, start thinking about whether you have free will or not.